What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty video. Today we are going to be covering some news out on Twitter this morning. MLB The Show did go ahead and confirm we're going to be getting 4 brand new Signature Series cards on Friday, and today we're going to be talking about that a little bit quickly. If you guys could leave a like down below on this video, definitely helps me out a ton. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, never miss any video that I do go ahead and put out. So talking about the content that we are going to be getting this week, if you go ahead and look at the calendar, you will see that it is about that time that we're going to be getting a brand new Flawless reward, one new Signature Series player reward in the 12-0 choice pack, the Flawless pack, of course. We kind of already knew that we were going to be getting that. It's been quite some time, but that's going to be where one of the 4 Signature Series cards are, and that one is 100% confirmed. And what I think that is going to be, I've talked about it a little bit sparingly within videos. I'm pretty confident that it is going to be Albert Pujols. You know, that we have seen some really good players within here. I was debating, is he going to be a World Series? Is he going to be a Flawless reward? I do think there is a good chance they do go and put him in the Flawless. You know, we did get Chris Sale 99 overall, and this card is absolutely, you know, OP. This is definitely an awesome card. This is one of the best, if not the best starters in the game, and there's a reason why he goes for so much on the marketplace. I think they are going to kind of start doing a little bit more what they've been doing in World Series and put some of the top echelon tier cards within the 12-0 Flawless pack. And I think that's where we're going to see Albert Pujols. You know, it could always happen that it is somebody else, you know, like a Stan Musial, like Rich Gossage. Those are the other 2 Immortals that have not gotten signature cards yet in MLB 19 that got Immortals from MLB 18. But I do think they are going to give it to Albert Pujols, and you know, I'm definitely interested in that. It's going to be tough for a lot of people because you know, going 12-0 I think is more difficult than getting to World Series, just because you might have noticed you can kind of just play a bunch of games and eventually you might get lucky in a game or something will happen and eventually you find your way in World Series. Not everybody, of course, but if you play a lot, there's a good chance you're going to get in there eventually. 12-0 in Battle Royale, however, is very difficult because you know, you cannot mess up once. If you lose one game, you can't get the 12-0 Flawless pack, and you're gonna have to start all over from square one. You might not get a great team when you do draft, so you are at a lot of liberties, whereas in ranked seasons you can use your reg squad. I do think Pujols is going to be a brand new Signature Series card that is going to be in the Flawless pack that we are going to see. So let's talk about the other 3. Like I said, I think what's going to happen in that, and you know, we don't see, you know, the next program coming out for another week. That's still got about 10 days if you look at it. Tomorrow I'm going to be coming out with a video talking about getting to 600 stars, because trust me, this is important. This is going to get you a guaranteed finest elite player, either Bellinger, Bregman, or Hader. Personally, I'd recommend Bellinger, but we'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. So make sure to hit the notification bell if you guys have not, and get ready for that video. But I think what's going to happen is we are going to get a Signature Series pack that usually happens you know, every so often. It's been a little bit now, probably about a month since we've gotten our last update within there, and of course the Signature Series pack does come out every so often, and it goes for 40,000 stubs, and it's going to work just like the finest elite pack, actually literally just like it. I think it's the same odds as well. There are 3 tiers. The base tier is of course what you're guaranteed, what you're going to get the minimum, and there is a 98 overall card within there. Yep, it is the same odds, and the 98 at the base tier is going to be Keith Hernandez. However, these cards go for not a whole lot. They go for maybe 7,000 stubs on the marketplace. Then you have your mid tier, which is going to be 1 to 4 odds, which goes from Ryan Braun all the way over to Paul Molitor, and that's going to be about 20k somewhere in there. And then you have the rare tier. Those guys are going for like 50k plus, some of them even more so. These cards are definitely definitely really, really good, and it's 1 of 10 odds. So, you know, it is feasible, but it's also not that common that you're going to pull them. And, you know, the last time that we did see this, the last iteration, we saw 3 cards, of course, those being Walter Johnson coming into the rare tier, Paul Molitor at the mid tier, and then Matt Holliday at the base tier. So I would find it hard to believe they're going to double up, go back-to-back pitchers within that rare tier spot. I think we're probably going to get a hitter. Immediately, I thought of Stan Musial, but if you haven't been around like Twitch or Twitter, or if you aren't one of the people that have noticed how many signature Cardinals there are in the game, if they brought out 2 all at once, I don't think a whole lot of people would be all that keen on that idea. So I think it's more likely we are going to get a different hitter. Those possibilities are quite extensive. I recently did put out a video talking about what signature series cards realistically we have to expect yet, and there's still a lot of them they could put there. We could have like a 99 Ichiro, which would be really cool. I don't think Mike Trout we would see in a signature series pack. I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be an inning program. One of the guys I think has a very strong possibility is an Eddie Matthews and Andrew Jones. There's a lot of Braves that should be getting signature series cards yet, and Andrew Jones, of course, they can't put him in a program. I don't think they haven't confirmed whether or not they would do this, but he was in the first inning program and he does not have a signature card yet, so I don't think they'd put him back into another program, if that makes any sense. So I think Andrew Jones and Eddie Matthews, of course, have great chances. Those are 2 guys that would be around like a 99 overall, more so Eddie Matthews, I think. But Jimmy Fox is another guy who would be very exciting. I don't know why, but it seems like we've been seeing a lot of old-time players within the signature series pack. I don't think there's anything about that, but if you look at the rare tier, we have 3 old-time players in Kayline Feller and Walter Johnson just within the rare tier alone. So maybe that has some kind of pattern. I'm not really too sure, but I definitely would expect a hitter within here. We already have 1 closer and 2 starters, so I think it is about time that they are going to add another elite hitter, and those are just a couple possibilities. Maybe a Ralph Kiner is another option for them. I personally would love an Eddie, or Jimmy Fox would be my favorite, because you can play him a catcher. You can. Wouldn't recommend, or I guess you can get away with it. You might have saw my all-time Red Sox team. He wasn't the best, but his bat definitely makes up for it. Then at the mid tier, I don't think we've seen a single pitcher within there at all, so I think that's a possible one. Of course, we could still see 99 overalls within here. We have seen a couple in Joey Votto, George Brett, Paul Molitor. These cards, once again, don't go for a whole lot. Maybe that's a spot where like an Oral Hershiser comes in. I would love that card personally. If you have not tried out his regular 92 overall flashback card, that is the Dodgers collection, he was very popular towards the beginning of the year, and the reason for that is he doesn't throw that hard, but he has tons of movement on his pitches, and he throws a sinker, a cutter, a curveball, a changeup, and a 4-seam fastball. 125 pitch clutch really helps out if they get runners in scoring position. It's going to help you get out of those sticky situations, and a lot of people just really like this card at the beginning of the game, and I didn't really have a chance to try him out at that time. I do have him now, but I definitely would be interested in trying out a souped up 98 overall, 99 overall Oral Hershiser. So that is another guy we could look for. There are certain guys that I'm not really mentioning because, like a Mike Schmidt, I know we're still looking for a Mike Schmidt. I just personally think he's most likely going to be an inning program guy. It seems like the really popular guys like that would be somebody we would see in an inning program, and a guy like Jose Bautista is a guy like we would see in these right here. You know, we see a lot more current day players. You know, if you're just going to look at this alone, we have Russell Martin, Ian Kidd, so that's 2. 3 for Matt Holliday, kind of is still current day. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, 8 current day players out of these signature series packs. We've been seeing a lot of those, so maybe we could get like a Jose Bautista. Of course, you know, the argument is there, how better would his card be than his 92, but I still think there is room for him to grow. And I just think it'd be fun cards like that, you know. They aren't necessarily all that expensive, which is a good thing, because these cards should be a little bit more obtainable. He only has 98 and 108 power. They can still definitely move that higher. If you were watching Jose Bautista at the start of the decade, he was just mashing home runs. He was one of the greatest power hitters that we saw all throughout the 2010s, and of course, he's fizzled out now. I don't think he's with the team currently. I know he was trying with the Mets, with the Phillies, but never really panned out, and I believe he is currently a free agent, but I hope he doesn't retire, because that means next year we aren't going to have him anymore. But like I said, there's tons of options. You're going to have to watch my video about other signature series cards that we could possibly see. That'll be in the top right hand corner, or really just anybody you can think of that hasn't gotten a signature card yet that does deserve one. Of course, something I do want to mention, that there is probably going to be a bit of a market crash alongside with the signature series pack coming out. You know, it's 40,000 stubs, which is kind of expensive, but we saw with the finest elite pack, or the finest packs in general, that doesn't really stop people. They definitely want to open up these packs and have a chance of getting one of the rare cards and making some stubs, or just getting a card they really want. So I do think cards are going to go down a little bit. I don't know exactly how much, but especially these signature cards within the signature pack, such as like a Paul Molitor, guys in the mid tier. I don't really see the base tier guys going down all that much. That doesn't really happen. But mid tier, rare tier, I think they will go down in price. That's what we saw when the Walter Johnson came out, and that's really what drove out the prices in the signature packs, because like a Joey Votto, I believe, used to go for like 50,000 stubs. And yeah, it's been well over a month now since we have seen our last signature series pack within the store. But those are some tips for you guys. If you have some of those mid tier, rare tier guys, it might not be a bad idea to sell them now, pick them back up later after the pack is out of the store a couple of days, and they should be going down in price, so you can make some stubs off of it. And who knows, maybe you want to risk it for the biscuit and try to open up one of those packs for yourself and see if you can pull something good. I'm definitely going to try. Am I going to pull anything good? Hell no, that doesn't happen. I don't know why, but I never pull. I've gotten 2 mid tiers and the rest are all base, and I've opened 10 plus of those bad boys. So 4 brand new signature cards coming out on Friday. Definitely should be a good update. Otherwise, I don't think we're getting too much other stuff. I think we're getting more 9th inning program moments, and then the following week is going to be the second finest event. So you'll be able to get 99 Verlander, or 99 Scherzer, and 99 Xander Bogaerts. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment who you think the new signature cards are going to be, who's going to be the 12-0 flawless guy, and who's going to be in the signature series pack. But yeah, hope you guys are good today. There goes some Saudi.
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die's an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory.